I believe the United States does not operate as a democracy. A true definition of democracy is a system that allows citizens to participate in the governmental process, usually by electing representatives, or simply a government that is run for the people by the people. I will investigate the social injustice of women's privacy and equality in America to illustrate how the U.S. is not operating as a democracy. Supreme Court decisions in 1965 and 1973 on birth control and abortion said Americans were entitled to the right of privacy. The Constitution does not explicitly mention this right, but rather implied in the 14th Amendment and protected by the Due Process Clause as a limitation to state power. The overturn of Roe v. Wade and the Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization case in 2022 exhibits an injustice to women's privacy and liberty by allowing the state to regulate what women can and cannot do with their bodies. The state's ability to ban and restrict abortion access poses an injustice, especially if the state does not adequately represent women's rights. For example, Texas Section 171.18 of the Texas Health and Safety Code makes intentionally performing an abortion without providing the required sonogram and informational materials a misdemeanor offense. This rule can be viewed unjust due to causing more implications and trauma for the individual who is requesting the procedure to be performed. The gender gap reflected in the differences in public opinion by gender chart measures the percentage of men versus women's opinion on the following topics. The United States hasn't gone far enough when it comes to giving women equal rights to men. 49% men agreed, 64% women agreed, and stating there are not enough women in positions of political power in the United States, where 55% men agreed and 71% women agreed. If the Declaration of Independence states all men were created equal, why are women continuously fighting for equality and privacy? If the United States operated as a true democracy, then the representation of women and their opinions from all over the world would be heard and no longer suppressed. Unfortunately, women's reproductive rights are still under debate and controlled by a broken democratic system in America.